Picture one of the largest and most powerful empires the world has ever seen, with features such as control and domination of the entire Mediterranean region, extensive territories all across Europe, North Africa, and even Asia, along with the most powerful military the world has seen up until this point. Now imagine this great empire falling. This is not just an imaginary picture, but ancient Rome. According to Mary Beard, the author of The Rise of Rome, the making of the world's greatest empire, Rome was not just a city, it was an idea of power, order, and civilization that imposed its will on the war through military conquest. Understanding the rise and fall of this powerful empire can help to educate you with what is needed and required for a powerful and prosperous nation. Along with this, it can educate you on some mistakes that can lead to a prosperous nation's downfall. Rome fell due to four main reasons, these being political instability, economic decline, military weakness, and barbarian invasions. Today I'll share with you the context of the Roman Empire, the three driving factors, and Rome after the collapse. Now let's take a look at Rome. Ancient Rome was founded in 625 BC in Utria and Latium, which were areas of ancient Italy. Ancient Rome was divided into three different periods, those periods being known as the period of kings, Republican Rome, and Imperial Rome. The period of kings would be the first period Rome would see. It lasted from 625 BC until 510 BC. This was the shortest period of the three, and it witnessed Rome advancing in both its economy and military. According to Madeline Anderson, the author of the Milwaukee Public Museum newspaper, Rome during this time would be ruled by appointed kings. However, due to an increase of Utocrine power, Rome would transition into the Republican period. Republican Rome would be the second period Rome would see. It was founded in 510 BC and lasted until 31 BC. During this period, Rome would no longer be controlled by kings, but by upper-class citizens, such as senators and knights. In this period, Rome would gain control of the entire Italian peninsula and be the dominant force of the entire Mediterranean. This period would end when Augustus rose to power and became the first Roman Empire. According to dictionary.com, the term emperor refers to the male sovereign or supreme ruler of an empire. Imperial Rome would be the third and final period ancient Rome would see. It began in 31 BC and lasted until 476 AD. This period would experience Rome at the height of its power. In 117 AD, Rome expanded across three continents, those being Asia, Northern Africa, and almost all of Europe. Now let's take a look at how Rome collapsed. Rome fell due to four main factors, those being political instability, economic decline, military weakness, and barbarian invasion. Firstly, political instability made it difficult for Rome to govern its vast and expansive territories. Political instability would result in constant civil war and emperors being overthrown. The throne would often be taken by force and would struggle to provide the Roman people with an adequate ruler. A research study from historian Evan Andrews even went as far as to say that through a span of 75 years, over 20 different emperors took the throne. Rome would be crippled by heavy economic crises. Constant war and poor budgeting would lead to inflation and heavy tax oppression. This would hinder the power and control Rome once had across its territories in Europe. Barbarian invasions would be the final factor for Rome's fall. Rome had always dealt with outside invasions. However, in early 400 AD, the invasions would finally begin to be too much for the Romans. Then in 476 AD, Germanic tribes would finally reach and sack the city of Rome. Now let's take a look at Rome after the collapse. After Rome had fallen, the Eastern Roman Empire turned into the Byzantine Empire, and the old Roman territories were split, and Rome tradition decreased. While most of Rome fell, the eastern part of the empire managed to survive and rebranded itself as the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire would last until 1453 AD. Rome's old expansive territories are divided amongst warlords, leaders, and kings into feudal kingdoms and lands. Roman tradition decreased rapidly after its fall. People would turn away from Roman and Greek philosophies like Stoicism and Epicureanism. Okay, let's review what we covered. In conclusion, the Wall of Foam was a result of political instability, economic decline, and barbarian invasions. Political instability robbed the Roman people of an adequate leader, economic decline weakened Roman influence and military power, and barbarian invasions finally penetrated through Roman defenses and sacked the city of Rome. Out of all the factors, the most influential would be the Roman invasions at number. After all, they were the ones who finally destroyed the city.